Alright, welcome back to K-Scaled Paper Wars 101, Compass Games, the Axis invasion of North America. Both the Japanese and Germans. And the big change in history starts with Dunkirk. It didn't happen. The Germans trapped them and caused them all to surrender, and the English and French sued for peace. So here we are. Again, these units are all, can't use them really over in the East Coast. There's a split. So the Japanese have been eradicated. There's nothing going on over here. So what we do need to do now is continue on with the German attempt to win down here. And their only way to win, two ways, get 26 cities by the end of the game. They're not going to, heck, they can't even get this one now. So they're not going to do that, so they have to go for the sudden death, getting Tulsa, Oklahoma, but it's not working out for them that well. At this point, they're stuck in Alabama. But then the bigger threat here is the U.S. is mounting a counterattack, threatening to cut off the German supplies coming from Charleston and Savannah. So here we go. We're going to start. First is the U.S. strategic phase. We're going to see how much air power they get this time. They've only been getting one so far, so let's see what they roll this time. 5. Okay, watch out. Well, they get 2. So that seems about right. We'll put one there and one here. So the question is, where do we want to put it? 2 things the air power do. Well, 3 things. They shift odds anywhere on the hex or around it for defense and attack for the U.S. They also remove the -1 from the atomic bomb attack. And also it helps out with airborne drops. 18th Airborne, though, is in the replacement cup. Maybe it'll show up this turn. So should I try and defend these guys, or should I drop another bomb? And survey says drop another bomb and immobilize the 6th SS, hopefully. So we'll put him here, so he's covering this hex, and he's also potentially giving Birmingham additional shift, which would pretty much prevent me as a Germans from wasting the attack here. So we place the air power there. Then we've got the U.S. replacement phase, and I'm only pulling out half, so let's see how many there are. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, they lost a lot of units. 5. Okay, so let's roll the die. Odds, they get odd. Even, they get even. Yeah, if they roll evens, they only get 2. If they roll an odd number, they get 3. Odd, even number, nice 6, but they only get 2 units, so we're going to put 3 back. This is just a house rule. Normally they split between the east and the west, but nothing's going on in the west coast. So where do we want to put these reinforcements? Actually, New Orleans and Memphis. And here we go with the atomic bomb. We're going to drop it on this big stack here. And there's a -2, and survey says 5 minus 2 is 3. Gee, the Germans can't win. They love 5 minus 2 is, that means 3 steps lost. Dang, that's the end. That's the end. Don't know whether to say this atomic bomb is too strong. They should have, if they had time, they should have taken this. Should have come through here, taken this, and then come across here. That would have been the right path. And this 1289 now is immobilized. Okay, that doesn't look good for the Germans. Now it's the German turn. Alright, they got to deal with here, here, and they, I think they need to take Jacksonville. I don't even care about Mobile. And they can't concentrate like this. Wow, that's So we got to stop stacking 3 units. Okay, so let's see, how are we going to move here? So if we got to take Mobile, I just put a defense here, pull these 2 guys back here, take that. They've got the movement, and oh wow, talk about a week. I can get 4, and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can get a 10 with a 2 shift. And even then, I want to get a 5, which means we got to get a 15. And then we got this guy causing trouble. We do, let's say we attack him, or can we, what do we gain by attacking him? Then a momentum attack? Or we could attack him and get a momentum attack against him. That would certainly chew them up for a time, but we're going the wrong direction. Oh, we got this guy here too. He's good too. That's a 6. Would be nice to take him. It'd be nice to beat him back, take Jacksonville, and somehow keep threatening here, but it would have to be this direction. We can flow around Mobile. That's actually what we can do. We can just go right by it. Let's try it. The desperate German spearheads. That's 16. And we got to give it a 486. So they've got to continue the attack. I'm not going to waste an attack on this. I just don't have time to deal with this. But I can literally flow around this unit. Let's do it with this guy, because these have no Zoc. They only the hex are in 1, 2, 3. So this guy can go around here. So that keeps the drive alive. Now let's see what we can do. This guy can't move. Great. Let's see what we can do about this mess. I'd love to attack him. And I'd love to take Savannah, Jacksonville too. Well, he can't. Now, if I attack, yeah, then I can do a momentum attack and desperate times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta worry about where I'm going to end up at the end of the turn. Those 2 will stay there. Let's move that guy there. I still need more horsepower over here. Let's pull this guy over. Pull this guy over. Swing this guy here. Okay, now I still got a gap here I got to deal with. I need 1 unit here. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, down 7, 2 shift, no good. Let's see here. Somebody needs to cover this hole. Wow, that's stretching things thin. This is kind of a pain. Okay, I'm doing my best. I can't take Mobile. The reason I'm doing this is in case they decide to drop a replacement there. They could go running here next turn. So I think that's... Is this beachhead really that important? No. Well, we'll leave it. I'd really like to take Jacksonville. Okay, that's the end of the German move. And let's see how our drive on Tulsa goes. Oh yeah, gotta love that. 16, 16 force 20. We don't get the 20, but we get the 15. Let's see how that goes. We get the 15 column. 2. Okay, good. We didn't lose anything, and we utterly obliterated this guy. So let's put him there. So close, and yet so far. Okay, that one's done. Let's see how our counterattack goes. 8, 12, 18. 18 minus 6 is 12 is a 10. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one, but maybe we'll get lucky. No. That's almost like a stalemate. Dang. If we had won, we could have finished this guy off next. I could have, oh boy. The Germans are just not getting the rolls. Just not getting the rolls. So it's 1 and 1. Alright, so that's the attacks. Now it's replacements. So I think this guy needs to be getting reinforced. There we go. And then for infantry, you gotta get that guy stronger. These atomic bombs are becoming annoying. Alright, so we've contained this at least. And we are, in theory, still driving on Tulsa. So that's the end of the German turn. Now we go to the U.S. Attack, move, move, attack. They're on the Mississippi. And if they attack from the same waterway, we don't get the shift. So we could put somebody here. Alright, so first off, do we want to attack anywhere? Well, we could try and attack this guy, but this guy needs to go to a city to get replaced. What have we got here? We got a lot of horsepower. Maybe we could shift down and attack this guy. Let's see. Alright, US has to keep the pressure up here. So what we're going to do is let's pull this guy. No, we can't do that. Hold on. Alright, we'll pull this guy here. We have to leave this guy here. This guy, well, let's see. Okay, what we're going to do is swap these two units, and there's a method to the madness. This way, this guy can get a replacement being on a city. And then these two can attack here. So we got 16, 19 minus 8 is 11. It's a 10. What if I pull this guy over? Oh, let's do it. There's no momentum attack, and then we get kind of a hole here. So we can leverage. We'll just leverage it. It's not the directions the Germans are going. If they want to waste time coming up here this close to the end, fine by me. This is quite a gap. They could take advantage of it there. This unit has to pull back, or do they? Let's see. So now we got the Germans are almost at the banks of the Mississippi. Looking at the charts here, the CRT, this is interesting about waterways, or the TEC. Well, if you read the rules, basically, there's a one shift. Unless somebody's attacking along the same waterway, that's 12.12. Let's pull that up real quick. 12.12 says, units defending on an inland waterway hex generally get a one left shift. Shift is not available, however, during the freeze turns, or if they are being attacked by one or more enemy units from an adjacent waterway hex physically connected. So, for example, if I put units here and here, well, this guy could only have to move here, and then both their one shifts are gone. So I literally have to put somebody, I think, opposite here to take advantage of that. And I don't want to leave this guy there, so 1, he'll go here. Now, that's great. You know, if the Germans want to go this way, go for it. All we have to do is screen. Now the question is, how do I defend up here? Should I just fall back to the waterway? Should these guys stay adjacent? Or should they pull back 1? But then what does that do for Birmingham? And well, that means they can get on both sides of Birmingham. But once again, if that's the direction they go, that's the wrong direction. So maybe put 1 unit here. Birmingham now has a problem. It can be surrounded, but hey, come on back and do it. Doesn't bother me. And this guy can go here. So we have our screen. The only problem is they get a lucky attack here somehow. They could go for it. I mean, if they get lucky here, then they're off to the races. I don't know if they can maintain their supply line, but they are off to the races. So maybe I'll put this guy here. Now, see, here's the problem too. They could get a momentum attack and roll this guy up. And I could put him here and they could get a momentum attack and roll this guy up too. And this is the path they're going, so let's just move them there. Not taking advantage of the waterway, but this is the path they have to go. So that's where we put the most obstacles, and if they want to go this way or that way, that's great. Okay. Let's see, and we'll just sit on Birmingham because it's awesome. And we'll roll for an attack here. And I think that's it. So that's the US move. And the only place we're attacking is here against this guy, because if we take that hex, look at that, we're 1 hex away from potentially, well, they're still kind of getting supply, but really getting close to the coast. Okay, we're moving right along the Georgia-South Carolina border. We'll see though, 5, 21, 27, oh, just missed it, 15. So we're on the 15 column. 1, 2, we lose 1, they lose 2. Guess what? We can keep doing this all day, because 2 is all they got. And we lose 1. The question is, what 1 do we want to lose? We're going to just lose a unit here. We can lose this guy. Let's go to the random cup. We can take that guy out. And then these 2, they're not very strong. And if this guy moves, he's the strong guy. So let's move him here. Him here. Okay. So, in spite of the German reinforcements, they are still putting heavy pressure coming down the line here. Oops, didn't get him in the cup. There we go. Alright, we hide that. Alright, now's the big event. We got to roll to see if the game ends. If I roll a 1, it's over. German economy collapses. That would be ironic. Let's see. Yep, you do it at the end of the turn. End game roll. On a 1. Oh, I didn't move this. It's game over. Survey says 2. If I'd rolled that next turn, it would be game over. Dodge that bullet. But I still don't see the Germans getting here. I mean, wow, they made it to the Mississippi, it looks like, but not far enough. Not far enough. And this is tough. What are we going to do about this? Germans are asking. So that's the end of turn 9. Next will be turn 10, and the game could end at any moment. And again, it doesn't look good for the Germans. So Thanks for listening. Catch you at the next one. Click like if you liked, and comments are appreciated, and subscribe. So see you at the next installment.